Hello creation, I hope you're well. I woke up a few minutes before I had to take my medication, and reason being was I was dreaming again. Now, as I've mentioned in past, when if anything's not or wants my attention from within me, I always end up back on the council estate that I grew up on, because that's where that's the place where I relate a lot of trauma to. Not that I've not released the trauma from there that happened in the past. I know that I have. I've worked through that. I know that I have. But this tells me that, well, I know that I've still not accepted that life in itself is a test, and it's not real. At the end of it, it's just a dream. It's all an illusion. It's here as a school for the soul to learn by us witnessing and experiencing all that we do, through suffering and through pain, and but through the highs and along with it as well, the joys of life, love and happiness and all the rest of good stuff. Don't just have to be suffering, but it depends on what you've got to learn in that lifetime. So back on the estate, and a few doors up, there were one of the families who had lived there a long time, and they'd come back. So this is in my, dream, if you want, or were I actually there? Wherever the heck I was. Well, I know where I was seemingly projecting from, as it were. So I was glad to see him. So I was glad to see them both. But I saw him disappearing out into the back garden. And there were no one about. So I just wanted to shout through. And that next thing, there's all this crowd come with all the food and stuff, and I get swept in, and I'm like, and I know everybody who's there, and I'm like embarrassed because I didn't want to be there, I didn't want to be intruding, because to me I didn't go to the funerals, which I did in this reality, in the flesh reality, but I was feeling like I was embarrassed to be there. So anyway, I fought my way out, and I can't quite remember exactly how I came out of it. But as soon as I woke up, then the alarm went off, and it literally, as soon as I opened my eyes, the alarm went off, and it was for my painkillers, and I'd been laid. I had dropped off asleep for about 2 hours, so my leg was in a set position, and the pain was absolutely really quite bad. So, but when I went to move it, it's like it's all really swollen, and it's my leg, and it's black and blue and everything, which is gonna be in it. But it's like, it feels like it's because it's all swollen. It feels alien. It feels not alien. What's the word? It's like poison. It feels like poison, So the trauma from that, and the poison within, that I'm not seeing it as, not asking the universe for to turn it into, because I'm not doing that at all. It's just the swelling of the leg. But that in itself to me is a representation that I still haven't accepted the core reasoning why I'm here, and which is to, like every one of you, is to learn. It's to learn. So, and we do, and I've said it many times. Obviously we learn through as experiences, but we project out to the world, and the world brings forth those whom we learn from, for those lessons in which we've got to learn. It's all part and parcel of learning about ourselves, and of ultimately the journey back to becoming one within yourself, but within the collective consciousness as well. So the thing I'm getting out of this is, it's not down to the trauma that I've had now with this operation and this current circumstance that I found myself in. It's down to not seeing it for what it is, and not accepting that I chose this life. I'm the creator of my life, regardless of circumstance, regardless of where I've been born, wherever the soul chooses for its own, this is my belief, for its own spiritual progression. Sometimes it may have to live a life, like I've mentioned previously, to pay back karma or settle karmic debt, settle the books, whatever, balance the scales. But it's a total acceptance that we have to let go, because nobody and nothing that's happened in the past, and especially you, is to blame for what happened back there. Especially if we're coming from an unawakened consciousness. When you're awake about it, and I'm not on about, he's got his eyes open. When you're awake in consciousness, then you can start to look at things differently. And you can accept things for what they were. And life is to be enjoyed. Without a doubt, life is to be enjoyed. It should be. But we have to accept that this is a school that we all come to learn. It's a big university of life. I've said it for yonks. Loads of people have said it, and it's so. I believe so anyway. It's where we come, it's where we learn, it's through our senses where we grow. Hopefully, should we take on board those lessons. Now I say the final, it's never the final, is it? Because we're infinite beings, we're infinite energies, and we go on and we go on and we go on. We return until one time when we understand ourselves that much that we don't have to return. And that's what hopefully I can learn in this lifetime, to understand myself better than I have ever have done in any previous lives. And it's because I don't want to come back. I think I've paid my karmic debts, I've paid all my debts, I've settled my debts. But while this is still happening, I know that I've yet not accepted that this is what I've created. And that's a biggie. That's it for today. Take care.